I want to talk about mobility. I don't know how many of you have read the history books, but you're never going to stop mobility. Young people seek new adventures. It's how we're built. Do you remember the history books? You do get that years and years ago when they were talking about that goat conversation, greatest explorer of all time, it was like Marco Polo, Magellan, Ponce de Leon, and like Columbus. And like you'd listen to talk radio back then, and it was a lot of people like Ponce de Leon, but he was really difficult to play with. And so it came down to like, who's the greatest explorer? Marco Polo, Magellan, or Columbus? And you know what Columbus did? I'm out of here, man. I'm going to chase a ring. I am going to find a new world. Lot of criticism. A lot of people think he should have stayed where he was at. A lot of people thought, you should never join another new world, especially a plentiful world. Same with Lewis and Clark. I don't know if you read the story about Sacagawea, Lewis and Clark. You do know that Lewis and Clark could have stayed in St. Louis and have been guaranteed a 6-year max contract. But they're like, dude, let's go west, get the mountains. Grand Canyon. I don't even know if that's been discovered yet, but let's go see if it is. No, I mean, that's the way talk radio was hundreds of years ago. Greatest of all time. Mobility bad. Come on, man. The slogan of the 1800s in this country was go west, young man. 140 years later, Kevin Durant did. Mobility is what players do. Yeah, Columbus was a player. Lewis and Clark, players. Okay, man's as loyal as his options. Young people seek new opportunities. Mobility is great for this league. It drives conversation. 2 months of talk, 3 months of talk. In other sports seasons, we talk about mobility. Good, bad. I'm always for it. Leagues try to incentivize loyalty. You see this all the time. 3rd year guaranteed, 4th, 5th, 6th. Nah, bro, I want to try something new. Opportunity, rings. It's not all about money, okay? Same outside of sports. People don't stay in jobs 20 years. Young people don't seek comfort. Most of the great ones don't. They seek challenges. KD knew he was going to get crushed. Loyalty never gets crushed. Loyalty is safe. Taking a chance, joining others, that's a roll of the dice. And what Golden State did, by the way, is what all great American companies do. Think about this for a second. What do great companies do, and the Warriors are a great company? The first thing they do, A, they beat other people to an idea. Amazon, Facebook, the three-point shot. And then they mastered that idea. Golden State won a title before Durant arrived. And then C, they add other brilliant minds to fend off challengers to their idea. Welcome in Kevin Durant. 3 of 4 stars for the Golden State Warriors were acquired through the draft. That's how it started with Google, too. Golden State added 1 superstar. And by the way, they wouldn't have added Kevin Durant if he was happy in Oklahoma City. Why don't you go blame the front office guys in Oklahoma City who babied and enabled Westbrook? For several years, Kevin Durant complained, Sam Presti, whoever the coach was, and now in 2017, they're the opposite of the Warriors. 1 3-point shooter on the entire roster. Mobility happens when you don't evolve. Mobility happens, divorce happens when you don't take care of people with options. The Cavs couldn't give LeBron a second-grade player. He bolts for Miami. Oklahoma City enabled Westbrook. He bolts for the Bay. America is the ultimate super team. This very country is a collection of global talent. Stop fighting it. LeBron and KD did what many of you have or will do repeatedly in your life. It is completely un-American to not embrace what Kevin Durant did and celebrate what he did. Congrats, Golden State. And congrats, Kevin Durant. And congrats, Columbus. And congrats, Sacagawea. Could have had that 6-year max deal in St. Louis. Could have been second all-time to Ponce de Leon. Dude was hard to play with. But people have always sought opportunities and challenges, and staying where you're at is the easy way out. And it's not always the wrong way out, but it is easier. Kevin Durant earned it, and he did what our explorers did. Rolled the dice, uncertain of his future, sought a new world, and landed. Great to have you in today. Obviously, it is very, very happy, actually, with what happened last night. It is interesting, though. LeBron, in his 14th year, averaged a triple-double in the finals. Not sure if you've heard, that is history. I'll repeat it slowly. LeBron James' 14th year averaged a triple-double in the finals. That had never been done before. In fact, the last 3 times LeBron lost in these finals, the guy that, quote, contained him, Kawhi Iguodala KD, won the MVP. He averaged in those finals 33, 11, and 8, shot over 50%. Thank God Kawhi, Iggy, and KD contained him. Yet this morning, you are insisting the greatest of all time conversation must end. Yes, in fact, if I bring it up, you'll be angry. But I'm going to say it again. LeBron's the greatest overall basketball player I've ever seen. He is. You're giving Westbrook all the awards this year for the triple-double. LeBron averaged it in the finals. And what you want me to say this morning is, Colin, I think less of him. LeBron just made history in the finals versus a super team in his 14th year. And this morning, I'm being told he should be demoted in the most important conversation. Okay, all right. I just want to remind you, it took 4 Olympic gold medalists, 3 players averaging 20-plus points per game, a guy that's going to win Defensive Player of the Year, 2 MVP winners that won back-to-back, and the 2 best three-point shooters we've probably ever seen to beat a 32-year-old LeBron James. And you're telling me this morning, Colin, you have got to diminish his legacy. You do get that Meryl Streep was nominated for an Oscar in 1979. In 2017, she was just nominated again in her 5th decade, and she lost. And I think more of her. Michael Jordan's 14th year, he led the Wizards to a 37-45 record and often came off the bench. In LeBron's 14th, he averaged a triple-double in the finals. It's never been done. I'm not going to think less of him. The best basketball player I've ever seen. Kareem was the best scorer. Russell the best defender. Michael Jordan the best mid-range jumper and most relentless. LeBron's the best overall basketball player I've seen. Defense, passing, rebound, scoring, driving, shooting. He is. Congrats on the 6-for-6 argument. Because every other metric shows LeBron blown him away. 14th year. Here's what Kevin Durant, just listen closely. Kevin Durant had just won his first finals, overwhelmed in the moment. And when asked about LeBron, listen to his comments.
Can you describe for us what it's like as competitors going back and forth with him?
He's the only person that I was looking at, and I knew it was going to be a battle. I was trying to challenge him. He averaged a damn triple-double. Can't stop the guy.
14th year. I can't stop the guy. And this morning, you're insisting I think less of him? Nah, brah. I never bought into the 6-for-6 defines the greatest player. If it was titles, Robert Ory's got 7, so does Casey Jones. Russell's got 11. Wilt's got 2. He was better than Russell. Michael Jordan's amazing, but you're asking me this morning to think less of LeBron after what I just watched? Ain't gonna happen on this show, man. The conversation ends when LeBron's career ends, and he's got 5 to 6 years left, and after what I just watched, I'm not so sure he doesn't have 3 to 4 more high-end years left. Great finals. Enjoyed every second of it.